The three tools that we've developed to help analysts with their sense-making process are the brainstorming tool, the key indicators tool, and the scenario planning advisor. And these tools will be able to help them with whatever intelligence problem that they're dealing with. We're going to select storylines in the news and look at some articles that we can create sticky notes from. It looks like the United States and military might be an interesting storyline. There we go. Rebuilding Afghanistan has a high human cost, U.S. agency says.
So I can create a note here for high cost of rebuilding Afghanistan?
Yeah, that sounds good. And it looks like we have about two basic types of notes going on, notes about enemy forces and notes about the terrain.
I can create that second category for terrain there.
While you're moving notes into categories, I'm going to start working on the predictions. I think I'm going to start that the coalition forces are going to push into the valley.
Right.
And then from there, adding in the supporting evidence from the actual sticky notes that we've been creating earlier. What about for yourself, Matt?
We really need to consider the terrain. It seems like the insurgents are really keen on hiding out in the valleys of the mountains. So it looks like you've got two suggested drivers there.
Right. The system automatically suggests drivers that might be related to the predictions that we've been creating. What about the ANSF capacity, priorities, and effectiveness increasing? Do you think that's a good driver to start with?
Yeah, I think that's a good one. We can see what the scenario that gets generated.
It actually looks like scenario 2 might be more interesting. So why don't we look at that and maybe look at the logic map?
It looks like there's a lot going on here. I think selecting another driver might be good to help constrain what it is we're looking at. Based off of what we've been talking about, this ANS corruption and tribal favoritism decreasing driver, I think, is a good one. All right.
Why don't we look at scenario 1 now and see if that logic map is a little bit more concise?
Sure.
Look at that. Yep. All right, great. Different people can work on different parts of the views. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on the scenarios a little bit more.
Okay. And I'll go back to the storylines and look at some of the other articles that I think looked interesting and help provide more evidence for what we've been discussing.
Sounds good. The three tools that we've developed will be able to enable a better sense-making process for analysts, and it will be able to help them with the intelligence problems that they're dealing with.